I bullshitted at a conference. How do I give my "here's what I learned" presentation? IWFH. Got sent to an all-paid-for conference to a big city not too long ago. Now I have to give a 15-minute presentation on what I learned. I didn't learn shit. I doubt anyone did there. It was vague leadership shit and the highlight was the free food. How do I convincingly BS my way through this one? Leadership is not even related to my job. I'm no way near managerial level, lol. Just Google what the conference was about and the title of a couple of the lectures and copy-paste some vague and meaningless catchphrases which the speakers might have said something similar to, and talk about how these things spoke to you and inspired you as a professional, whatever you are. Also, mention the food to give some background color to the speech. This isn't hard. It is a synopsis of what was presented and the takeaway message versus what you did or did not learn. ChatGPT. Let AI do the work for you. Get ChatGPT to write you a presentation with slides, charts, graphics, etc. and bullshit your way through it. Fake it until you make it. Google the conference and prompt AI, asking what you would hypothetically learn at this conference. Done. I had to do this once. I started with the fact that I learned that I could easily get lost. I spent half of my presentation sharing pictures of me being lost getting to the conference. Not even a joke. I was fucking lost the whole week. The only thing that I could figure out was the ferry that took me to the convention. I sure couldn't find my way back to the convention on my own. Well, you gotta do the average director CO job, use fancy words to extend as much as possible and keep talking about anything that comes to your mind using fancy marketing words as much as possible. I got myself fired 2 days after getting back from my last one. Saved me the trouble. Make it about career advancement and how you did it to increase your salary or find another job. You learned a lot, but it'll cost them to get access to the new you. Break out a chart of salary increases based on desired package of newfound skills which they will learn about at a later time. Conferences are part of the budget. Invalidate their existence and say the money should be put towards a raise. Look up quality leadership skills. Maybe give or make up some anecdote how it's helped you or something. Don't forget to talk about the value of good leadership and the need for constant improvement. I thought you were going to say that you skipped out on the conference. But if you actually went, then just treat it like a book report and talk about which topics you sat in on and what the presenters talked about. I doubt you'll have to fill the whole 15 minutes. Just give an overview of the entire experience and pick one of the talks to go in depth about. Did you not get any literature from the event? All you need is some bullet points and expand on it. What did they want you to learn? Wow, it turns out coincidentally you learned exactly that. Google is your friend. ChatGPT it. Contact the presenters and ask if you can get a copy of their presentation. Might get lucky and get some material to work with. Look at the abstracts of some of the presentations. Bonus points if you can find some of them were recorded or have PowerPoints posted. Write up a brief synopsis of all the presentations you attended. What does your leadership do wrong? Look up what leadership principles they suck at and do the presentation on how you learned the opposite is the best way. Talk about the amazing synergy and how it helps to align both short and long-term goals. Possibly the need to form up a Six Sigma team and certify the ISO 16000 program. They'll eat it up. Why not just give a presentation about how badly organized the conference was and how you, despite your desire to learn, came out of it without any new knowledge? Throw the organizer under the bus. For sure you also learned about the importance of stepping outside the daily grind and actively spending time keeping up to speed with industry trends and cutting-edge developments. Right? This was such a valuable trip. It was money well spent. Further, it was interesting to see which other companies attended the event. Really eye-opening on the competitor space. Something to keep into account when making strategic decisions going forward. Perhaps a short presentation to management? And perhaps you made some connections it would be worth keeping in touch with? Go meta. Go big. That'll be 350. You're welcome. First 4 to 5 minutes BS about how great it is to finally see all of your colleagues all at once. Again, albeit it being virtual. Also talk about how nice it is to put faces to names for the new hires. Blah blah blah. Spend the next 5 minutes using filler material you Googled the night before. It's easy to follow but difficult to lead BS. Throw some famous people in there. People love presidents, generals, for some reason. Then take the last 4 to 5 minutes to say how thankful you are for the opportunity to be enriched by this experience and how you look forward to doing it again next year. I would bust out something 180 from what your actual job is. If you know upper level math, that's a good place to start. Did you get slides or presentation docs of any sort? Just cut and paste some of that shit into some slides, then talk about it. I am that fucking cheeky that I would say exactly that. Food was good. Nice to meet you all. Most of what we covered here is just basic fucking knowledge that any functioning adult should know by now. It's not about what you learned, but about being able to justify why you went. Just summarize the conference and use buzzwords. PowerPoint or some shit. 10 slides is 15 minutes. But that's what you learned that anyone can con companies with a seminar or a conference. Address that. Structure your presentation as a glossary on 3 or 4 leadership buzzwords. Use the titles of the talks as inspiration. The best thing you can do is prepare 17 minutes of bullshit, then go whoops. Looks like I went a bit over time. But there was just so much to talk about I had a hard time fitting it all in. What a great experience. Look up 2 or 3 of the speakers. Go to their web presence. Write down 3 key words from their mission statement. Find the words used by multiple speakers. Google those words. Leadership. Steal a few more common words or terms. Stuff that shit into ChatGPT. Ask for a 3,000-5,000 word presentation on leadership. Steal some slide ideas from other motivational speakers. Toss that shit into whatever presentation platform you 15 minutes of buzzword BS. As others suggested, get the summary of the event and copy-paste it wholesale with pictures of the speaker photos from the event. The people you are presenting to will want to acknowledge their peers. The visual is helpful for them. As an attendee, reach out to the show organizers and let them know you need summaries and takeaways from the event. And they will fall over themselves to help you out if you position it as a cost justification for attending. Find one of the idiot speakers who likes to talk a lot. Look 'em up on YouTube. Copy whatever BS they spew on the tube. Regurgitate. Drop mic. Leave. Go home. Fuck 'em. Dude, get your fucking shit together and figure it out. This sub is supposed to provide meaning and resolution to underrepresented peoples. It is not a fucking Spark Notes for your Instagram journey. Double down with something along the lines of you want to keep it short and sweet because the biggest takeaway was the importance of the key fundamentals. Act like you know more than you do. I guess tears of joy. Use ChatGPT. Fool. Have AI write it for you. You can literally copy and paste some articles into GPT and have it spit back out at you a speech about it. All in all, would take probably 5 minutes of your time. Just use a load of buzzwords and jargon about facilitating production rates, etc.